So here we have Cupcake, and we are out here working on her leash walking skills. So we'll start walking and I'm going to explain. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me clearly over the wind, but what it is we are doing. So I start by taking a treat and we hold it to our left side. And this just entices her to follow. And this is how we introduced leash walking initially. We are past that phase, but just showing you the steps that we've taken to get to where we are with her leash walking. Good girl. So again, using that treat to position her to my left side. And then when I change direction, I say this way, and she starts to nibble on the treat again. She's not nibbling on me. I'm sure to hold the treat in an appropriate way that deters her from getting my fingers or teaching her to nibble like that. Good girl. Ready? Sit. Good girl. Start again. Cupcake, this way. Yes. So after we get it where Cupcake's following nicely, I start to just hand her treats every so many steps. Yes, good girl. And using positive marker words like yes, good, things like that, just to assure her, and also to help her associate the treat with those positive marker words. Yes, good girl. Good girl. This way. Yes, good girl. So if she goes to the wrong side, you'll never notice me reposition Cupcake with the leash. Instead, I always use that treat, or if she were out in front of me, sometimes I use the turnaround method, which I'll explain in just a moment. Good, but we'll never use that leash to reposition her. In this moment, I'm just gonna wait a second. Good. Yes, good. This way. Yes. Good. So if Cupcake were to go out in front of me, again, I'm gonna stick to she wants to go where she wants to go play. This way. Yes, good girl. So I don't ever want to reposition her. She goes out in front of me, I say easy. I let her hit the end of that leash. You may want to or feel tempted to pull her back to put her to your left side, but it's an old wives' tale that if you put a dog where you want them to walk, that they'll walk there. That's just simply not true. Instead, you're teaching resistance to pulling, the tension, things like that, and you're just teaching your puppy or dog to pull harder. So what you should do is stop walking and wait till we have natural slack like we do now. Good girl. And then take those treats and we start back up walking. Good girl. This doesn't teach her to pull harder. It teaches her patience and that she's not going anywhere without me. I know, you want to go over there and play? Ready? Because we are in a safe setting, I want to keep this super positive. I will drop her leash. Good girl. Good. Good girl. And now we continue walking. This way. Yes, good girl. Good. Yes, good girl. Wrong side. Again, not using that leash. Instead, using a treat. Good girl. And I use that this way to cue and handler focus. So when we change direction, walking down a different aisle, a different road, things like that. Or even just to get her to look at me. This way. Yes. Good girl. This way. Good girl. So I use that noise when she pulls, goes to the wrong side, just to let her know why I'm repositioning her with that treat. This way. This way. Yes. This way. Yes. Good. So if she goes out in front of me, we'll see if we can get her to do it again. This way. Yes. Come on. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. So if she goes out in front of me, she's not going to do it now because, of course, when I ask her to, she's very focused at this moment of sticking with me. Good girl. Offering some sits. Good job. So if she were to go out in front of me, I'd say, easy. Let her hit the end of that leash. When the leash is taut, we don't continue walking. If she offered me natural slack by coming up to me or by me holding that treat down, that's when we continue walking, but only then. Because if I pull her in or if I just continue walking, I'm not helping her, nor am I setting her up for success. So we're going to do another pass. This way. Yes, good girl. Good girl, this way. She likes to walk a little behind, I notice, but we just want her to stay to that left side. Yes, good girl. This way. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Leash walking is its own command. You can't just hand a trained puppy's leash over to anyone and then just naturally walk with them. Most often you have to set the tone with them, and by what I mean with that is you want to make sure that they know they have to walk nicely with you or they're not going to go anywhere fun. So as we do with every session, Cupcake, come. We will end with her strongest commands. Sit, yes, down, wait it out, all the way, yes, good girl, and then lots of praise. So this is Cupcake's weekly update and her working on leash walking. Good job. You're so good.